Hello, my name is Nicole. I have a website called The Seven Candles. I'm an author of a couple of books called The Nēdz Languages. I'm doing life coach currently right now. And I'm going to talk about seasons today, not the seasons that are outside with the weather patterns. But I'm going to talk about seasons. I think I'm going to do a part 2. This is part 2, and I'm going to do a part 3. This seasons is talking about people who come into your life and then leave, and they're still alive, but they're there for a short period of time, and then they're gone, and they may be there for whatever reasons they're there for. It may be to help you see things in a different perspective. It may be to heal some energy so that you don't repeat that pattern. I remember meeting someone years and years and years ago, and I had grown up in a destructive, dysfunctional family, and they had come in, and I had heard, I have this feeling not to date them. When I mean I had heard, it was like I knew I wasn't supposed to date them, and I ended up not following that gut feeling, and I could see there were like red flags coming up and down, up the like the pipe going, and they started to show signs that they were going to probably go down a violent path. And we never went down that path, and I cut it off quickly. But there were some heartaches that started to, nervousness came in, uncomfortability. But when I cut that streak off, and I ended that relationship, and I was very strategic on how to get out of it, I haven't had any problems since, because I stopped that energy. And what becomes interesting is that sometimes that's an example of a negative thing that can happen. Positive things that people can come into your lives for a season and then leave, because maybe they're to show you something different. I remember a wonderful person that came into my life. In fact, we went to this concert and got this t-shirt, and he was one of the most wonderful people I've ever met. And the last I heard, he's married, has a family, very intelligent, and he taught me some things that I had some judgment issues that I had to let go. And he said some strong things to me that I needed to hear. It could be I go into someone's life and they may be needing some transitions. And those are seasons. And sometimes people last longer in people's lives, an entire lifetime, because that's what they're there for. Seasons are seasons. And sometimes we leave people's lives because we're not willing to learn. And so that season's part 2 about the comings and goings of people, positives and negatives. I like to end on a positive note, because me as a musician, I always like to end on notes. So I hope to see you soon on the next video, or see you at my website. See you soon.